Hey everyone, Christian Bates here, and this is your community-created, Facebook-inspired superfood smoothie. I asked my Facebook friends to put out 1 to 4 of their favorite smoothie ingredients, superfood, low glycemic, top quality ingredients, and they conspired to create a list for me so that we could create a smoothie together. Now I'm gonna get to drink this smoothie, but you'll be able to get the energy of it too. This smoothie is gonna be created in 4 steps. First step is to make a tonic herb tea. Second step is to make a nut/seed milk. Third step is to blend everything else into the nut and seed milk. And fourth step is to add ice. Here we go, first step to make our tea. We got some Cassandra berries. Here we go, boom. I'm gonna put these out and cut them up with our goji berries. It's good to actually cut up the berries so that the inner surface area of the berry gets extracted in our decoction or hot water tea. Hoshu, I'm gonna use just a little bit of Hoshu because the MAOI-like properties of Hoshu can just like make me spin out. So I only like to use a little bit of that beauty herb. Next thing, boom, reishi. Got some whole reishi here. I'm just gonna cut up and dice some. Always curl your fingers when you're cutting things, especially things that are very thick. You don't want to slip on these hard things. Reishi mushroom has lots of chitin in it, which is a hard fiber. So be sure to have a sharp knife, but do be careful. So I sliced these pieces thin and then diced them so we're getting a good amount of surface area of the water contacting into the reishi mushroom. Next ingredient, Gynostema, top herb. Amazing, amazing. It's kind of like the green version of ginseng with slightly different properties, but it does have those ginseng-like alkaloids that are an adaptogen. What else we got here? Romania roots. What a wonderful, tasty, grounding root. I'm gonna put some spring water in here, cook it up for a while, and I'll be right back. So I just simmered that tea for about 20 minutes. I'll be able to rebrew that tea several times for the next couple of days, but this is the first batch, so it's gonna be extra strong. We're gonna add that tea to the base of our nut and seed milk. Starting with a quart of spring water, we're gonna do our nuts and seeds that you suggested. We got a little almonds required for this recipe. I only have some soaked and dehydrated stone ground almond butter. I hope that's okay with you guys. I mean, I don't know. But next is gonna be chia seed. Yeah, you like the stone ground almond butter, don't you? Soaked and dehydrated. Chia seeds, you can soak chia seeds. It removes some of the phytates and maybe even lowers the arginine, I don't know. But it's all good. We don't have to soak everything 100% of the time. It's okay. Next, some poppy seeds. Ooh, I love the flavor of poppy seeds. We're gonna actually make a milk out of the poppy seeds. Who knew? Hazelnuts soaked. No one suggested pecans, but it's my suggestion, so we're putting them right in there. It's gonna be so good. What else? Oh, hemp seeds. Who could forget the hemp seeds? Get some of those good minerals in. Bada bing, bada boom. Tea. Strained, very thin strainer. Good to have one of these for tea making. I add the hot tea afterwards. Don't add hot tea directly to your Vitamix because even though it's BPA free these days, it's still plastic and metal, so we never want to have things too warm in our Vitamix. But we do want to create a warm nut milk because it'll help emulsify the next ingredients. So I just blended that for about a minute. We're gonna strain the nut milk because without straining it, a nut milk's not really a milk. It would be like milk plus fiber bran taste. So we want to strain out the fiber and just get that super liquid nutrition hyperabsorption effect. I put 3 nut milk bags together. You can get these nylon paint thinner nut milk bags for $2 to $3 on eBay. There's also hemp nut milk bags out there, but the tried and true nylon method is great, especially when you put 3 nut milk bags together. That way one reinforces the other and you don't have holes and squirts coming out of one nut milk bag. You can also squeeze 3 nut milk bags harder. Boom, this thing's done. We're gonna pour it right back in. Oh yeah, this is warm, tonic herb, multi-nut and seed milk. Now we could just drink this by itself. It's kind of an unsweetened milk, but who wants to do that? Let's add more stuff. Boom! Whoa, okay, here we go. We got our stuff. That's right, all the superfood ingredients that you desire. First ingredient we're gonna add into this is some cacao butter. Now this is just over 90 degrees, perfect for melting some cacao butter. This is my ingredient, no one requested it. I like cacao butter, it's my favorite fat source for all sweet things. Olive oil is my favorite fat source for all savory things. Next, maca, woo! Such a creamy, milky, slightly radishy, hormone boosting ingredient. We're gonna put a good amount in there. Then we got some pine pollen. This is pine pollen that I harvested in the last couple months with my girlfriend and with some other friends too. And this is a very mellow type of pine pollen compared to some of the pine pollens that you buy. So it's like really just hardly any pine essential oil flavor in that one. Okay, raspberry. I got a little raspberry powder. Put a good amount in this. Now I mentioned that I wanted low glycemic ingredients. Once you get into some of the berries, you're going into more of the medium or even medium-low type of glycemic. But if we dilute it with all these other non-glycemic ingredients, we're gonna have a very low sugar, very low, almost non-blood sugar boosting type of concoction. Coconut oil. Now, I'm not the biggest coconut oil eater. I'll put it all over my body and in my hair, but definitely I'm just gonna keep it just a little bit just because, I don't know, coconut oil doesn't agree with everyone in large amounts. In small amounts though, I do believe that it just boosts all kinds of like essential fatty acid type metabolic issues, especially when you combine it with other omega-3s, 6s, and 9s. It just kind of helps everything out. Blueberries, some fresh ones from the farmer's market. Just a little bit in here. Next, bee pollen. I'm kind of allergic to bee pollen. If I have it by itself in large amounts, I'll just be like, my stomach will just reject it. It'll be very painful. But I can just kind of acclimate to it by just doing a very small amount of granules. All right, royal jelly. Let's see, this is my friend Sean Lee Gardner's royal jelly product. It's called Bee Mana. It is at immortalityalchemy.com. Little bit goes a long way. We could do like 2 teaspoons in here to get the full effect, but I don't want to throw the flavor too much, so I'm doing like half a teaspoon. Next ingredient requested. Well, we're gonna save some of the latter green ingredients till the final blend because I don't want to overblend the green ingredients. Green ingredients, when you overblend them, they tend to like bring out their own bitters, and then you can't really reverse that. So it's always good to put your green ingredients, all the green powders and vegetables, kind of last. And that includes when you're making a salad dressing. Let's say you want to blend up a salad dressing, you put like your green seasonings like cilantro and oregano in last. All right, we do need to sweeten this up. A little bit of birch xylitol. That's no more than 2 tablespoons. A little bit of chef's grade vanilla bean powder. Oh yeah, we're just gonna load this thing up. Gosh, some stevia extract powder, Cow brand. Stevia to taste. I love stevia, especially the non-bitter aftertaste brands. I don't like the bitter aftertaste brand. So I'm just gonna taste this after blending it for at least a minute. God, it's like some kind of raspberry white chocolate cream fluff. Now we're gonna add our ice and our green ingredients last. This is spring water ice cubes. When you can get spring water, get it. If you can't, get spring water. Oh, and if you can't not spring water, get spring water. All right, that's a couple cups of ice cubes. We requested chlorella, and we delivered just a little bit of that. There was a request for sea vegetables and spinach, and instead of putting a handful of sea vegetables in this, which might throw the flavor. I'm gonna put vitamin green, which has plenty of sea vegetables and plenty of spinach juice extract in it. And that's it. Boom. All the ingredients covered. Final icy blend. You know, I'm so glad that I asked you guys to make me a smoothie, because I like it when other people make me food, and you made it. It was your recipe. I tweaked it a little bit just to, because no one really put exact amounts. Of course, I didn't ask for that. But I never make a smoothie like this. I mean, raspberry white chocolate, I never do that. And now I'm experiencing this totally exotic thing. I mean, I have this kind of thing basically all the time. Like, I'll make one of these pretty much daily. But with these combos, you know, getting the bee pollen, which I never use because I'm usually allergic to it, but I put a little bit in. I mean, it's just such a delicious drink. I will do my very best to give you an exact recipe of what I just created. Leave your comments below. Ask me if you want to do this again and what ingredients. All right, here's to us. And here's to us. Cheers.